What is up, guys? Today I'm bringing you my top 5 tips that you're going to need to rank up out of Initiate. The feedback on our last Deadlock video was awesome. Someone said that we should turn down the background music. Someone else said that we should turn up the background music. So for this video, I've just gone ahead and I've done both. Let me know what you think about the changes in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get into tip number 1. For tip number 1, you're going to want to introduce yourself at the start of every game as Brandon. This is a well-known and documented psychological trick that will get people to like you more, boost team morale, and ultimately win you more games. It's a tech that I utilize at the start of all of my games, and it's why I have achieved the rank I have now. To prove my point, I'll show you a clip that I got earlier today utilizing this tech and how it led to us winning the game directly. What's up, guys? My name's Brendan. Alright guys, as you can see, due to our team's massive boost in morale, we were able to cleanly win that game. And if you take a look at the graph, we were winning from minute 0 all the way up until the very end. And we were just able to snowball and snowball based on our good vibes. And yeah, I think that just goes to show that if you introduce yourself as Brandon at the start of every game of Deadlock, you will statistically see a higher percentage of wins on average. Let me know if you guys end up using this tip, and I'd love to hear the results in the comments. Alright, for my next tip to help you guys rank up out of your Initiate Deadlock games, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to type in all chat and tell the enemy team what lane you're going, but make it seem like it was a mistake and supposed to be for ally chat. This is what we call a tricky technique, and it's going to really confuse your enemies, it's going to make them over-rotate, and it's going to allow you to get map pressure where you otherwise shouldn't. In the clip you're seeing right now, the enemy team actually didn't end up falling for the bait, and they all ended up on yellow, right where we were attacking. I think this is because my teammates sold the bluff too hard, and so it made it a little bit unbelievable, it made it a little bit less plausible that I had just accidentally typed in all chat. So for this technique to work, really make sure that your teammates are on your side, maybe get on voice comms, yell at them a little bit. Everyone appreciates a good team leader. They will really respect your voice, and especially if you're making crucial game-winning plays like this one, I think that they will be very receptive to being coached, being yelled at, and yeah, it didn't happen to work out in this clip, but you can only learn from your mistakes, and I think my overall success rate for this technique is about 98%, just empirically. If you go back and look at all my games, no need to, but yeah, this is a really powerful technique, and we ended up going on to win this game largely off of the back of this play. Alright guys, so our next tip is going to be to pick Victor. Currently there is a bug in the game's code, which I will show you right now, where Victor actually has a 100% win rate in all Deadlock lobbies, at least in North America. I don't know, maybe it's different in EU servers. Who knows what's going on over there. But currently there's a bug in Valve's code where if you pick Victor, you have a 100% chance to win the game, as shown by my Victor stats right here. You guys should go ahead and try this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quickly queue as Victor just to show you guys what I'm talking about. If none of the other tips on this list have worked so far, this is a surefire way to get more wins. If you've ever passed a statistics class before, then you would know that 9 for 9, 100%, you should be ranking up in no time. And let's get into the game to show you what I mean. Okay guys, so it turns out they did end up patching the Victor method. Unfortunate, if you abused it while you could, then shout out to you, leave a comment, but It still does work a little bit. As you can see, I got key player that game. I had the most kills on my team. I had the most souls. I hard carried, and they were incompetent, and we still lost. Okay, but yeah, unfortunately, the Victor method has been patched. Um, I will update you guys in the comments if I find any other bugs with win rates and stuff like that. So, if you want to try it out, feel free. But it does look like it is patched, unfortunately. Alright guys, for our next tip, you're going to want to tell the enemy team that they are tilting. Ideally, you're going to want to target the person who's doing the best on their team, as I have found that that inflicts the most psychological damage. Normally, they will respond with some kind of confusion, maybe a question mark, maybe what, maybe they will start flaming you. This is good because you're just going to keep saying it over and over and over again. And then, if they finally do get frustrated, you're going to say, "It's not that serious, man." This is an extremely effective technique, and it becomes even more powerful if you're able to identify the person on their team with the weakest mental game. You can say it after they die, or really at any point in the game after everyone loads in. It is just as effective no matter what. Alright guys, for our final tip, you're going to want to go to any random IP address generator website. I personally use ipvoid.com. It's really easy. You can just generate however many you want. Copy it, and then go into the all chat and just spam it a couple of times as you're seeing in this clip. It's really especially useful for when you are completely already lost in the game. And what this is going to go ahead and do is it's going to inflict a lot of fear into the enemy that, maybe something bad is going to happen to them. And fear that you inflict onto the enemy team is actually a stat that Valve is going to track in the hidden MMR system for Deadlock. And so you're just going to want to maximize that as best as you can. And so even when you lose, even when your team is inting, you can still be ranking up by really maximizing for these hidden MMR stats. And this is a great way to do that. Those are my 5 tips to help you rank out of Initiate. If any of them were helpful, leave a comment, subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. If any of them were unhelpful, go complain about it in the comments and I will reply. And I will see you guys in the next video if this does well for whatever reason. Bye.